How's it going, everybody? Yeah, I know you can't see my face. I'm back here in my old home, back here in front of my house. I've been trying to get out in the woods all day today, and just don't look like the weather's going to cooperate with me. It's beautiful out right now, but it's too late today to get out there and do anything. But I wanted to share y'all these. They don't look like much right now. I'm going to do another pair, and I'll show you those when I get done. I just took an old pair of socks and sprayed them with rubber undercoating, or you can use truck bed liner. The rubber undercoating was a little bit cheaper. You can see I got a thick layer of black there on the bottom of my feet. And this is just a common man's idea I had for a pair of scout shoes or scout boots. You can walk, I'm walking on all these acorns and everything else down here and not really feeling them as much as I would if I was barefoot. And in this sand, I'm leaving almost no footprint down there. They're quieter than your boots would be. They allow you to feel the ground a little bit better. We've been joking on Dave's page that, you know, maybe Cody needs to do something like this, then he can go barefoot and still have some protection on his feet for the snow and stuff. But just show you a little close up of that if I can there. You can see these, I did them a little bit different than I'm going to do the next pair, and I'll tell you why here in a sec. I sprayed the whole sock a pretty good ways up, and this rubber doesn't stretch all that much. So even though it's on the bottom of my foot, I couldn't get it to stretch around up here, and I actually ended up tearing the sock, which, like I said, they were old, so it's no big deal. I got some spray left, so I'm going to get a pair and do it again, but I'm only going to spray the bottom part here and maybe up just a little bit at the side so that it protects the bottom of my foot, and then the rest of it will be flexible enough that I can put them on and take them off easy enough. They give you excellent traction. They're not going to be 100% waterproof. I'm not worried about that. If I'm going to be going out in the bog in the marsh and all, you know, I'll have some waterproof boots with me, but this is just something I thought of for you know, scouts and stuff like that when I'm out there and I don't want to make too much noise. These are a lot quieter than a pair of boots are going to be, and incredibly comfortable, even though, you know, they're covered in this hard rubbery stuff on the bottom. They are you know, flexible enough that you can walk in them. But that's it on these. I said when I make the next pair I'll show you. I got an idea on waterproofing the whole thing and camouflaging them and everything. But I can color them and spray them with just a regular spray-on waterproofing to make them water resistant. Not 100% waterproof, but it'll help a little bit. But I can spray them with some fabric paint that is a little bit stretchy and hide the color a little bit so that when I tuck my pants into them to keep the ticks off, I don't have this big band of white. I do apologize for the wind noise, y'all. I know it's kicking up bad right now. But the other thing I wanted to show you, I got the large Alice pack from CJL Enterprise that Alan Bierhoff sent me. And what I've done is, I wanted something a little bit smaller for right now. So I took the large Alice pack frame, I took the pack off of it, and this is not a standard medium Alice pack. This is a medium Alice pack that they use for carrying radio equipment. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Let me get my straps undone. The top of this thing has a flap inside the lid. Make sure y'all are getting up on that. The top flap here, it has a little Velcro flap right here in the middle. That opens up to this inside compartment so that if you had a radio in there, the antenna could be coming up out the top. Now that works good for a couple of things. You could use that as quick access if you had something right here on top you wanted to get to. I had thought about keeping my axe down in there so that I can get it in and out, you know, with pretty much ease. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it closed. It does still have the flap on top, but you can keep stuff you need to get to quick in. Got stuff like my sewing kit and first aid supplies and stuff in there. It does have all the standard pockets that the medium Alice pack has. 3 pockets on the front. Now this one's empty right now. This is where I'd put my Guyat water bottle and my 2 cups and everything at. And I got cordage and different accessories in here. You can see I got my axe shoved down behind the pocket because they are open behind them. I've got the axe shoved down through there. Other than that, I mean, there's tons of room inside here. I've got a fire kit, my food kit, stuff like that in it. The only difference in this and a standard medium Alice pack, other than that opening at the top, is the medium Alice pack is about maybe 6 inches longer from top to bottom than this is. But that little bit of shortness, that little bit extra room that it gives you on the pack frame, gives you room to do like what I've done here. I've got my bedroll strapped to the bottom of it, just a sleeping pad with my summer sleeping bag inside of it, and it's almost flush with the bottom of that frame there, so when I set it down, it doesn't throw the frame off that much. It'll sit pretty much how I've got it. And that's just my tripod case I got strapped to the top so I can tote it out there in the woods. Got my e-tool strapped to the side of it. And then on the back, strapped to the frame itself, I've got my critter getter pouch, if we're going to call it that, like Steve Davis called it. Of course, I've got my sling bow. I've got my pocket fishing kit. This is the one that my boy got me from Dave Christmas last year, or year before last. I got some slingshot ammo and one of my little protein shot tubes. I had a bandana in there to keep it quiet. I took it out to use for one of my videos. And then I've got a thing of my snare wire that I've always got with me. And even though this is on the inside of this frame, when you put the pack on your back, you don't even know it's there because it's off your back enough where it's at. And I've still got room on this bottom shelf to put another pack or another set of traps or something right down here on the bottom. It'll be out of the way. So just wanted to show you all that real quick. Let you know the versatility. I know everybody's talked about it before, but you know, from a common man point of view, oh yeah, I got my compass over here on the side and a little pouch there. Mike Davis actually sent me this a good long time ago, and I just never had a use for it until now. So well, like I was saying, y'all, you know, from a common man standpoint, the Alice pack is really hands down one of the best deals you can find out there, y'all. You get the large Alice pack from CJL, and you get 2 of them for $60. So now you give one to a friend or sell one to a friend, you know, y'all go in together, you got it for $30. Just split it in half, you got it for $30. Then you can buy a medium Alice pack, $15-20 online without the frame, and just switch it over when you need to. I mean, it bolts, slips right onto the same frame. The straps and all that are 100% interchangeable. Everything's identical on the two, just the size difference. So that's it, y'all. I hate that I'm not out there in my personal space doing this with you. It'd probably be a lot quieter out there because the wind can't get to me as much, but you know, you got to work with what God gives you to work with, and this is what He gave me today. You can see the sun just keeps peeking out every now and then, but it's been storming here pretty rough all day. We've had tornadoes all over the place, but it's all good. We're all alive and kicking, and I'll be in the next one.